2.
Yeah. Let's go. Season 1, episode 6. Giants came out with a win. 31-12 is the final score. Sorry, man. Listen, it is what it is. Let the final score fool you, all right? There's a lot of things that we can speak to that were good, bad, and ugly. We're going to get into all segments of that in this episode. Offense, defense, special team. How are we going to get to 53? And hit that like and subscribe button down low if you're feeling the content. Offense. All right, so Bo Collins comes in. He's the undrafted rookie free agent coming out of Notre Dame. He was a transfer student from Clemson coming into Notre Dame, but you can see in his highlights, even at Notre Dame, he was known for it to be a deep ball threat, all right? He's a big guy, 6'3", 200 pounds, possession receiver, something that we've been missing in this offense in recent years. Before the big play downfield to Bo Collins was the running game with Tracy, all right? Tyrone Tracy is going to be an integral part to this offense this season. We have to run the football if we're going to be looking for these type of big plays during this season. Hat almost on every man. You see Tyrone Tracy showing his patience there as a runner. He hits the open hole. Really could have picked either side. He chose right. Gets north up the field, puts his foot in the ground, which then creates the play action pass on the next play in a deep ball to Bo Collins, something that we haven't had in this offense in recent years, which is what we're hoping can break. Now, what's interesting about this as well, Bo Collins is balling, okay? He's getting clips on film. Who's going to be staying? Who's going to be going? I don't know. That play, of course, sets up the 1-yard carry for Singletary if they easy score. Next play, this pass play to Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale really levels off this route incorrectly. He has to come straight to the sideline. Russell puts the ball still right on him, but Wan'Dale has to make that play. That's on a 3rd and long play where we're trying to sustain a drive. Wan'Dale has to make that play. Now, this was an impressive drive. We started off deep in our own end inside the 5-yard line. It's Jalen Hyatt, of all people, with his first catch of the preseason. This is a good run here by Tyrone Tracy, just being patient behind his blocks, then bounces it back to the outside, picks up a good 12-yard gain. Confusion as far as who was in and who was out. But Jackson Dart comes in for one play and hits Theo Johnson on a tight end screen. Theo Johnson then takes off for a good gain. Excitement on the sideline, man. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did not have this, y'all. We did not have this last season. If you look on the sideline, everybody is into the game. All eyes on what's going on the field. Signs from a good football team. Communication between Russell and Bo Collins. Again, Bo Collins is a rookie. Bo Collins breaks to the inside toward the safety, and Russell Wilson is trying to throw it to the corner of the end zone away from the safety. So that's communication there between the rookie and the vet that has to get polished up. Jackson Dart comes in. This play here is to Montreal Washington, coming across the middle on a dig route. I think he hits him right on the numbers, which is an impressive pass. On the next play here, Galoch coming across the middle for a nice catch for a touchdown. Good read, good timing, and a good ball placement by Dart. Juice Wells, I spoke about him earlier in our first couple episodes. Juice has the talent, you guys. As you can see, he has the fight. He knows what he can do with the football in his hands. He almost scores. You would like for him to score, to get in the end zone, to really make a name for himself, to get him up there as far as cuts is concerned. But I hope his play on film shows some intrigue. Jameis Winston comes in, and Jameis even had a good day, 6'11", 110 yards, 18 yards per pass, and he also had a rushing touchdown. Here he gets away from the pressure, throws the ball up the field to Camry up the sidelines, the rookie from Louisiana. Camry makes a great play on the ball. Now, the problem on this drive is that we get penalties. We get 2 penalties that push us back, and we end up kicking a field goal from the 1. We can't have that in the regular season. Next play on the next drive for Jameis, nice screen play. I really hope number 25, Turbo, makes the team, man. I think he can be an elusive addition to the backfield that we have. It's going to be tight, though, again, with these numbers on this roster. Okay, Tommy D steps in. Tommy D really came up. I wouldn't say this is cleanup time. This is really the end of the game. It's like 4 minutes left when Tommy D comes into the game. All right, he was 3 for 4, 52 yards, so he was aggressive when he was in the game. You love to see that if you're a team just looking at film. And he also had one interception that was kind of a bogus play, bounced off the guy's helmet. Overall, our offensive performance was really, really good, okay? The offensive starters played really, really well. Our offensive line held up again and played really, really well. We were able to run the football. As you can see, Tyron Tracy had nearly 6 yards per carry, and that opened up the play action, opened up the passing game. That is the offense of Brian Daboll, okay? That's why Russell Wilson, I feel, is going to have a good season this year because this is right into his skill set. Russell Wilson plays best as a play-action quarterback. So I have mental errors that we need to fix, but as long as we stay on the path and the course that we're on, maybe something special here this season coming up. Defense! So as I stated, listen, don't let the score fool you. 31-12 was more so in the second half of the game. In the first half of the game, with most of the starters on the field, the score was still 7-3 for most of the first half, 7-6 going into the half. I was happy to see Brian Burns play today as he gets a tackle for loss on the opening play of the game. All right. Again, we gave up a first down. Here's a 4th and 1 situation where we gave up a first down on a run play. Right up the middle, nothing special. Right. This is a pass play here. Paulson Adebo has great coverage against Garrett Wilson, knocks the play away easily. Gives the coach a little handshake, money well invested. That's what I'm talking about. All right, and then on this play, Cordell Flott, got to give you a shout out here. Cordell Flott started today. Deontay Banks was out with an injury. Cordell Flott is now pushing for that starting role, if you ask me. Comes around with his off arm and knocks the ball away, which is perfect technique at a cornerback position. Knocks the ball away easy, shows off, gives him a high five. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. My concerns on the run play. We have all these pass rushers. They decide to run the football. They got a hat on the head, and we get gashed for 10 yards on a 2nd and 4. We can't let that happen, not this season. We had these issues last year that we have to trump away. Can't have that. Now, this is the 2nd week in a row that the 2nd unit defense now steps on the field. We're up. And we give up chunk plays. They gave up 2 chunk plays of the same play, just in the opposite direction. It's a seam drag combo play that every NFL team runs. One man clears it up the middle of the field while the outside man runs a dig coming underneath the actual seam, and this guy, Gibson, is wide open. I could throw that. We can't give up points going into halftime. Now, in the second half, we had a little bit more pressure. Trace Ford had a nice game today as well. We finally got an interception. The only touchdown made by the Jets during the game. This was just a great play, great stretch out, one-handed grab. Nice play. Gets the knee down, gets both feet in, falls on the ball a little bit, so gets the wind knocked out of him, but luckily he was okay. This next play is by the rookie linebacker Cloyd, who also had a good day, been putting up good film. See, when you make a name for yourself in practice, when you are literally terrorizing the team, okay, they start to game plan towards you, all right? They will do things to knock you off your game. All right, Abdul Carter, listen, this is going to happen to you for the rest of the year. You might as well just get used to it and keep your head on a swivel out there, because they're definitely going to come for you for chip blocks, brush blocks, however they could slow you down. They will definitely try to things. The tight end is going to release for a pass play. He stops short and gives Carter the shoulder. If you have any type of philosophy on how to slow down a pass rusher, that's how you slow down a pass rusher. You got to get him with different type of combination blocks that he's not expecting. He was not expecting that. 3 facets of the game, right? Special teams, you too. Come on, special teams. So great job here. We made a nice field goal. Over here, Nick Falk is back in the NFL. Jesus, Nick Falk. 41-year-old Nick Falk back in the Jets uniform, kicking field goals. Now, on punt coverage, I don't know if it was Bill Walsh or Bill Parcells that said, if the ball goes inside 10 yards, make sure you cover the ball so it does not fall at the 1. We do not cover the ball. The ball falls in 5-5, takes a weird bounce. Now we're starting on the 5-yard line. Please, coaches, if you know me, please leave me the cardinal rule inside the comment section. What is the cardinal rule when it comes to punt coverage and punt returns? All right. If the ball goes over your head and you're inside the 10-yard line, what should you be doing? Should we let the ball bounce and let it try to go to the end zone as long as the ball's covered? Or do we fair catch the ball or try to make something happen? Because we can't start inside the 5-yard line with this offense, okay? Yes, we had a nice drive. Yes, we sustained a nice drive after the fact. But starting inside the 5-yard line is not a genuinely good place to start. Here's a good punt by Jamie Gillian, who actually had the opposite happen to him. The ball bounces outside of the 10-yard line and then bounces in to inside the 5. Overall, this was a great performance as a team perspective. The offense played really well. The defense also played really well. Despite some running holes has my concern, we still have to clean up a lot of penalties. Luckily, there's one more game left against New England coming up, and we still have a lot of things to sort out as far as the depth on this roster. We are loaded with talent in so many positions. Other guys may be cut just because in a different position, there's more talent that we need to have. It's going to be a tough cut to 53 within the next couple of weeks. All right, y'all. That's episode 6. Giants Jets recap. Big Blue, baby. Peace.
1, 2.